Alright, we have another Field of Glory 2 Digital League Season 8 battle. This is Early Middle Ages, Division A. I have the Vikings in Ireland with Irish allies versus the Arab Conquest Army, which I believe is considered one of the best armies of the section. Wow, pretty dramatic. Let's see what we're facing here. So he chose the slightly later Conquest Army, which has cavalry, cheap lancers, camelry, armored lancers, and horse archers. It's got access to some units of Dailami foot, which are impact foot, for its medium foot arm, Bedouin foot, and massed Muslim archers, and a good strong lights element. However, the star of the show for the Conquest Army is the veteran Muslim spearmen. Yeah, so they're basically protected offensive spearmen that are superior, but they're also unmaneuverable. So because of that, they're quite cheap, costing only 54 points. Whereas like the veteran hoplites cost 60. And really, these guys aren't doing a lot of maneuvering. They're just plunked in the middle of the line to slug it out. So the question is, do we actually want to try to contest these two massive hills? And if we do, how do we want to go about doing that? And also, if we do so, do we have enough points left to cover this entire width of field in between? I think we probably don't. So the question is, should we seize one as a sort of base to work off of and then push while avoiding the other? Very awkward. This is probably going to take me a little while, so if you are bored by deployment, you might want to skip ahead a bit. But I think I will need to invest in lights. It's possible that I could get away with just like piling on the heavies and ignoring lights, but I think it's a gamble on a map with terrain of this nature. We want some to screen the front of the main infantry body as well, assuming that a straight deployment across is what I do. Let's see, Bedouin foot, so light spear swordsmen, they're better than my kerns, but I have these guys, so I'm going to use them. Probably don't want to invest too much in medium foot to take these, because I don't think if he doesn't do the same, I'm going to have all this medium foot that isn't of much use, just kind of sitting up there. So Irish foot with axes up there. Now, it could be hard for me to contest this, especially if he brings up massed archers. But I think I'm going to try the cheaper Irish foot. I just realized if he brings up Dailami foot on these hills, I could get smashed. Well, we're just going to hope he decides to invest those in the main battle line for now. I also might want some Irish foot over here in case these areas of rough ground get involved. For that, I'll use the more expensive picked Irish foot. And yeah, finally, I think I'm going to want to max out on my Huscarls because of the danger posed by his veteran spearmen. Get berserkers or shield walls? I think berserkers. And then some shield walls to round it out. Okay, we can get a line all the way across, so we can probably fill out the flank contingents a little bit. Or I could get reserve spearmen. Don't think I'm going to bother with cavalry. Although, let's see, I could get 2 units of Huskarls just in case to plug gaps, or 4 units of Kerns to just get numbers. But I think I'd rather just roll some Irish foot. $90 points is rather an awkward number to have left, though. Get some offensive spearmen. Get some more Irish foot. Okay. This is weird. It would be unfortunate to lose either of these hills, but it wouldn't be catastrophic necessarily. I will want commanders on these flanks, I think. One danger is that he'll deploy lots of missile troops in the center, and my squishy Irish foot will get shot up. That's a risk we're going to have to take. Okay, this is a little unorthodox, but, you know, it could be considered intelligent if it works, and if not, well, it was worth a shot. Okay. Alright, let's see his deployment. Should be interesting. Okay. It's quite the commitment of medium foot, so he's clearly going for this, and not sure if I'll be able to stop him. He's ignoring this, which, like, that's nice and all, but will it matter? If I do manage to tie down a larger number of his army by just defending myself for a while here while closing in, then I could be okay. We do have medium foot available to shift over. Keep these superior ones in the middle here, though. Alright, now what should I do with this massive light? So I could either rush them over here, cross over here, and attempt to push into this wood to be annoying, or shift them over and attempt to reinforce this fight, which we otherwise will eventually lose. Maybe we hedge our bets. Oh my god. Okay. 3 units of Irish foot here. I could either push into the forest or turn and slowly march. I think we just push on. And if it starts looking really ugly, we could withdraw from here. I wouldn't really want to do that, but it's something we could do. We could turn around, fall back, and end up forming a battle line, something like this. If I'm gonna do that, I need to start doing it next turn, though. And I will suffer for doing so. In fact, now I think maybe I should have done that, because given that up, I've fallen back. But I might be able to do so under fire as well. We'll see. Next turn. Do I want to fight here? I still feel that in the long run I could not win a fight for this hill, but to give it up would invite a draw as well if he took it and then sort of chilled on this mountain. Ultimately, I have 5 units of medium foot at my disposal. And he has 6 plus 3 units of massed archers and 6 light foot to my 6 light foot. That's untenable. We're going to take advantage of the fact that he has advanced somewhat cautiously and turn around and flee. Unfortunately, we will take some casualties to our lights as we retreat. So we'll try to form a new line of battle anchored on this, like so. It's a bit messy and it's a bit awkward, but I think it's our best chance to at least not lose. And if he weights this flank too heavily, we might be able to do some damage over here. We'll see. Next turn. Yeah, moving forward at all was a wrong call, but choosing to retreat was definitely the right call. He's pursuing pretty cautiously, though. My god. He's falling back, that's interesting. I wonder what's lurking in this forest as well. Guess we'll find out soon. Well, he falls back. I fall back. Interesting sort of battle. And now we run. We'll just turn this unit around as well. And keep forming up that line. Okay. Something like that. I'm guessing this game is headed straight toward a draw. Kind of depends on what's on that forest, but more importantly, it depends on my opponent occupies this and does not come down. I cannot attack it, and we draw. That being said, I still don't think pulling back is a wrong choice, with the masked archers supporting the large number of light archers and the impact foot generaled up. I really could not hold this slope. So it is what it is. Alright, just a heads up that the audio, I think on both voice and game, will be louder from here on out. And hopefully I can stick to this setting in the future so I don't have these mid-game changes. Okay, so he sees that I'm just outright fleeing now, and he's going to try to catch me and do some damage with his skirmishers. And I did the maneuver too late to avoid any damage. But if he simply tears up some skirmishers and sits back, that's a draw, which I think is better than I would have got had I tried to contest this hill. Okay, I'm curious to see what, if anything, is in this forest. And if we need to fight in the forest, the Irish foot are perfect. The berserkers, although they are graded medium foot, I'd rather use in the open. I believe we can avoid getting shot at for one more turn at least. It's not the most graceful retreat, but that's fine. Very good. I think that is really all I would like to do. Again, we're just trying to form a line from here to here, and then either attack or draw. Next turn. Might need to accept the need to shuffle my right wing lights over to the left wing. Depends though, I'm not convinced that he's going to come down from here. And if he doesn't come down from here, then what I'll want to do is push here. Yeah, there we go. He's turning around to run. That looks like a draw to me. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I just can't attack there. There's no way. But I'll continue to try to entice him with a battle in a nice, flat, scenic, open field. Okay. we'll shift these archers just 1 unit back. I think that should be enough to keep things from getting too ugly. And this is a bit messy. I'll probably want to shift this whole line rightward a little bit. But I was not planning to do this in the beginning, so this is what it is for now. But I honestly do think we're looking at a draw. I mean, this backward movement can only mean forming up, what, here? Maybe cavalry here? Cavalry falling back entirely? Yeah, this this might be a very long and boring video. Next turn. That's fine. That's annoying. What I will have to do is deny any conceivable attempt to seize this knob and fill it with massed archers, but any attempt to do that I think would lead to a real battle in the plain, so I'd be alright with that. I think ultimately I will start shifting my remaining skirmishers left. Okay, we'll start reforming our battle line. Run away. Have the hill. It's yours. You don't even want it. Something like that for now. Next turn. Interesting. Trying to figure out whether we will actually have a battle will become clear based on whether these archers come down from the high ground. It could be that he's simply attempting to push over here. Hello, Light Horse. Okay, we will finish forming up a battle line here. We might even be able to seize this rough ground with our Irish medium foot. Nothing much to see there. Right. I think these few units of average Irish foot will cover this forest in this rough ground. These picked Irish foot can act as a reserve. Okay. So 8 skirmishers to my 8, 9, 10, maybe 11? Plus the 2 masked archers. So 12 to... We'll want to bring these over as well to get parity, as a lot of my lights are light javelin men and they are not going to be so useful. Turn around everyone that can, which is just them. If this movement continues, we might want to consider a push, but it seems kind of dangerous. It's probably worth at least inching forward to say hello. We don't need to do anything more aggressive than that at the moment. Okay, onward. Next turn. Yeah, I do wonder if he's going to try to go this way. I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, it would, of course, be very bad for me if he occupied this ridge, but on the other hand, if he pushes too hard to that side, it could isolate a part of his army. So I'm not sure if he's just trying to set up a really strong defensive position here or what, but I'm starting to wonder if I should attempt to interrupt this. Okay. Turn our light troops around and see what he does. If we end up in some kind of bizarre standoff here, I might need to try to push this forest and get around. Okay, something like that for the moment. Okay, our desperate little dance continues. Six lights, it's a bit much, isn't it? Might need to pull back a little further. I do rather like the idea of holding this village, but I guess it's not going to do much against the medium Dailani foot. Ooh, we have some aggressive action here. Let's poke at him. Just a little poke. Good. I think we can afford to shift the whole line down to the right a little bit. So there's a big gap here, so we should need to hold that very many units. Okay. This is weird. It looks like we're going to have some fighting here, some fighting here. Or a standoff. Hard to say. Shuffle over here. Onward. Next turn. Okay. Right. Hello. Good. We've got our mediums where we need them. That does invite a flank attack, but it's no big deal if we're not already engaged. We're hiding these in the forest, not because he doesn't have medium foot as well, but because he has good impact medium foot, and impact will be deadened by disorder somewhat. Just continue to be irritating here. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have an infantry clash here. And possibly here. And as I move more and more troops to the right, these guys might have to come down to fight. And if they do so, we could attempt to push over here in exchange. Right then. Next turn. Oh, that's surprising. I feel like the odds of me winning that were fairly low. Okay, so I think there are only 2 medium foot units in this force, so we can shift more of our line to the right. This is a bit risky, but we're going to do it and hopefully not oh. Right then. Problem is, I need these lancers to get out of here, and the only way to do so is with missile fire. We'll leave the Kerns up here, but otherwise we can pretty much ignore all of this business. Our lights are going to suffer disruption, these massed archers, but nothing we can do about that. Yeah, there's a reason that these Arab conquest armies are so admired in the early Middle Ages section. All these cheap veteran Muslim spearmen. I can counter them with my Huskarls, but I just don't have that many of them. My offensive spears are at a disadvantage. Okay, I think we need to keep this unit here, because we're going to have to stretch out some kind of line to counter this movement. And let's continue to engage in some light harassment. Okay, next turn. Bit risky for our lights, but it's okay. Good. Shove them off. I wonder what I should do with these guys. They're pretty much doomed. Since they are doomed, I'll accept a rear charge in the hope of standing firm for one turn, which would give me time to run up here and take cover. Right. Is that worth it? I think it is. So here the expense of our Huskarls is paying off. Armored advantage of 25, and heavy weapon is 110 because armored heavy weapon troops get an extra little bonus. It's both from a game perspective to make it so that they're not simply a worse unit than armored heavy spearmen, and also the built-in logic is that these two-handed axemen are able to use their weapons more effectively because they can expose themselves to a little bit more danger thanks to their armor. We'll just try to get into melee quickly here. It's going to get awkward when we have to start... Oh, that's also awkward. But mainly I was going to say it's going to get awkward when we have to start fighting these veterans with our not at all veterans. I am fine with losing some light javelin men, that is not a big deal. Okay, we will need to decide what to do here. Good. We don't want to get too close because of the threat of the Lancers to simply charge us. Hang back for now. This line is stretched rather thin and we need to get filler in immediately. Here we have the opposite problem. We have two units here not doing anything. I think we turn this unit that way. It's either that or joining the fun. It would be pretty painful, but it would make it easier on this unit. Let's try it. Okay. Good. And this unit... I think we will start trying to... Well, let's try trying to push out of this rough this way. I think the Berserkers are going to wait to move out until the shield wall can move with them. Although if I move here, it threatens a flank attack on this unit, so you would have to come fight me. Unfortunately, The Berserkers would probably lose against these veteran Muslim Spearmen. They are only swords when they're small unit size. So unless they disrupt on impact and they're superior, so probably not, they're going to be safe. But we'll push up anyway. Right. I'm simply ignoring his lights because I want to get him to move forward with his infantry so we can fight in melee. Onward. Next turn. Oh, interesting. If they held, it would be amusing, but I don't believe they will. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, that could have been very bad. Okay. Let's turn these boys back around. Perfect. They are no longer a threat. Oh, yeah, don't do that. I'm lucky that I still have the movement for that. Let's general up. And what? Join the fun? Push past. I think push past, to be honest. Right. Threaten a flank attack there. Okay. Next. No disrupt. Oof, on either. This is all getting very confusing. However, with this cavalry peeling off, I feel more comfortable just getting in there. To no real effect, of course. Kind of hate to just throw away lights like this, but we need to get in there. Okay. That could help things a bit. Alright, we've moved just about everyone. Oh, we have to deal with this not very good matchup. They can hold on for a little while. I'm not sure how long. I need to hope to break this unit, but I don't think it's going to break anytime soon. These Lancers are a problem. They really slow down any attempt to attack with my Irish foot, but that is what it is. Next turn. Ooh, lucky. It's too bad I wasn't facing straight ahead. I could have caught them in the flank. Come on. I mean, I doubt it, but yeah. Alright. Lucky, not that it mattered. Ouch. Ouch. Numbers are beginning to tell there. Okay. Goodbye. Maybe. Maybe goodbye? No, not goodbye. Wonderful. They're blocking the line of fire. Good, and all this unit needs to do is not die immediately, and the only reason it's able to do so is our combat strength modifier is up +9 because we shot them up first. So every little bit helps. It would help more if this unit disrupted for me though. Okay, I mean, losing this unit isn't going to be the end of the world. It won't tear a hole in our line, but it could cause some bad cohesion checks. Let's get in before we can get shot anymore. Oh, never mind. We're going to get shot more now. Lovely. Do I shoot them? Don't think it's worth it. Too bad. We're going to lose this unit of Berserkers, but we should be able to steady the line at least. Might as well hold them in place for one more turn and then frag and charge them. We're going to lose a skirmish here, but I really don't care as long as we can get our guys stuck into melee quick enough. Okay. I think this unit will push left so it can try to engage with archers or hit flanks. So we went from a 3-point loss to a 3-point lead. This is developing nicely. The question is, because of this big patch of rough ground, this area is kind of cut off from the rest of the battle. The question is, even if I win this, can I shift men over quickly enough to make a difference? This is concerning depending on the cohesion checks. This is concerning due to the weak state of my units that have been shot up in the veterans facing my average units. And this is concerning, so we're going to lose these berserkers and start getting shot up in this flank. So, still very much up in the air. Next turn. Let's see if we can widen this lead a little bit. Even though that is happening. Okay. And that. Okay, never mind. Never mind about that. Superior and generaled up and double drop, nevertheless. That's an awkward spot to run to. Guess that general is leaving us. Vapni Trigveson. Well, I suppose we technically did widen our lead, but this is not exactly what I had in mind. Come on. See them off. I wonder if that would be worth it. I think no. Finally. Okay, that'll at least help this unit not get immediately destroyed. This will auto break next turn. Okay, very good. Might be a waste of time, actually. Uh-huh. This is unfortunate. I could push ahead, and this unit will wheel about and hit me in the flank soon. Or I could charge, same problem. So I think I need to stand so that he has to move forward to prevent a flank attack here. That's all I can really do. I might as well engage here. And here, assuming I don't get fragged by archery, I can threaten a flank attack next turn. Big assumption. Okay. This is going okay. I'm feeling less optimistic than I was last turn because the impending auto break of this unit, the impending break of this unit, and this whole situation with the cavalry got ugly much faster than I thought it would. The Kerns are also doomed, but I'm not really worried about that. Next turn. Uh-huh. That is unfortunate. That is still more unfortunate. Well, hopefully we get some luck in return. That's not really what I had in mind. That could be painful. Yeah, this whole flank is going to start caving soon, I think, in the face of impact-footed lancers. Ooh. Sometimes it's nice that these axe huskarls don't pursue, and sometimes it's hugely unfortunate. Right then. That was not the luck I had in mind. The rage is real. Oh my god. This is so bad. Oh, I thought I was doing well, and it is. Well, it's not horrible yet, but if it continues like that, it's going to be horrible. Okay. Okay. Gods are not with us this day. Not worth it until we disrupt. Yeah, we had some pretty bad luck in the middle, particularly this disrupt on a pretty full strength unit of Huskarls, so we'll see if we can recover from that or if we just start getting rolled up. I'm especially worried about these Dailami foot slamming into our Irish foot. Oof. Just vicious. Okay, onward. Next turn. Let's see what the consequences are. Yeah, that's going to be very bad. Ouch. The percent is pretty even, but our whole center is caving in. That could help a little. I could move to threaten the flank, but he would just countercharge anyway, so we'll just have to go in there and slow the auto braking of this unit by 1 turn. But he's about to start rolling this line. We'll lose 3 units here, so we need to start rushing help over immediately. Okay, so how do I read this? We're going to keep cleaning up on this right wing, and we're going to have the entire center ripped out of our line. The only silver lining is that after that we should have a pretty solid infantry line pushing in to help stabilize the situation. Of course, the other danger is that these superior impact foot are just going to crush through our average, not so impacty medium foot. And that would add another problem for us to not really know how to deal with. But it's early to call it. Next turn. How annoying. Yep, that's gonna... Ooh, surprising. What about here? That's more what I was expecting. I'll be happy if this unit simply holds firm. Yeah. Okay, I will now make my prediction that assuming the timer doesn't run down, we're going to lose, simply because I think our whole left is going to collapse a lot with the loss of our center, and both cannot be sustained. Very disappointing, this unit. Alright, made my prediction. Let's see how it plays out. Next turn. There it is. I didn't realize these two units were in contact. I'll have to look at the footage later. I'm very confused by what exactly is going on there. Of course, yep. There goes the whole wing. Well, at least we got some satisfaction. Not very much, though. Ah! Justice. Interesting choice, guys. Yeah. So many veterans. They're beat up, but they're not that beat up. I think we have to go in. Damn. Try to save these light archers. Do I care? Oh, why not? Only hope to not fail too many checks here. Well, that dooms this unit no matter what. My money is still on him, but at least we've gotten to have some fun. I wonder if they'll rally enough to matter. Kinda doubt it. go for it. Could get a break. Not likely. Nope. Yeah, I think we're still gonna lose this thing. I think we'll hit 60 in 4 turns, unfortunately. We're doing some damage. Next turn. Looking grim. Grim, grim, grim. Yep. Can I avoid losing 13% in 3 turns? It's possible. Ah, why don't you just die? These damned Lancers. Just can't kill them quickly enough. Held firm. Okay, might need to put in a bit of a sacrifice soon. We'll wait on that. Do we get a break? Yes, we do. Held firm, held firm. What about here? So far, so good. Nope. No. Hold. Good. Question being, do I flank charge or do I drop this unit instead? Either way, we'll get flanked next turn. Awkward. Go for the flank. Good. That's where you really suffer for having your units be unmaneuverable. If it was maneuverable, it could have got here and then been ready to charge. Instead, we have to wait. I'm going to accept a charge and possibly lose this unit to just preserve this Irish foot from a second charge. We need to auto-break this unit. Shove them off. Preserve this unit for one more turn. Right, these berserkers, we'll need them in this direction. Okay. Height 50, height 150. Fall back onto the slope and hopefully rally up. Okay. 3 turns left. We need to not lose 13%. We will lose this unit, guaranteed. And this unit. That's a solid maybe 8 or 9%. So that gives us a 4% margin. We could lose 1 to 2 light units, which would push us over. So it's going to be very close whether we survive to a draw or not. Next turn. Wow. Good. And good. Could have used a rally there. Let's flee. Good. Ooh. How enticing. This is not enticing. Okay, so he's just gonna zone of control lock me with these archers. Then I turn around, etc. In the meantime, we should probably simply flee with these Huskarls as rapidly as we can. It's a shame these guys didn't rally up further. Okay, slay them. So annoying. They never dropped cohesion that whole time. There's very little we can do about these Bedouin Lancers. How bad off are you now? Still holding. Do a little minor trick here so we can get the Huskarls at the right angle. If we rally in, well, can they reach us? No, they cannot. Right, so if we rally, we'll be able to flee to broken ground. 48 to 44, but we're going to lose this unit and some lights. So the only way I could possibly win this thing would be if I were able to rapidly do some damage here and here, and that's a bit of a stretch. The bright side is that we might be able to hold on to a draw by surviving for 2 turns. Also, it's quite the shame that he got these 3 non-light rallies here, as opposed to my 1 here. Ick. Alright. Next turn. Always with rallies. May have been a bit cavalier about sacrificing my lights. Okay, that does prevent a flank attack. Yeah, I was hoping for a more substantial rally than that. Go for the break. Good. And we'll push more toward these fragged units. See if anything especially terrible happens from this. Nope. Push them. And next turn we'll hit them in the flank. Is there a next turn? This always confuses me. I think there might technically be one more turn. Held firm. Do we hold firm? We do. What about you? Surprised these guys have held out so long. Lock them into place so they can't fall back. Okay, yeah, he stopped me from fleeing. So now there's nothing I can do. I might lose this unit, and that might push me over the edge. Yeah, I think I will lose. I think I'm going to lose at least this unit, and even that alone might be enough. And combined with the potential loss of this unit, yeah, that's it. Unless something lucky happens, but I think I've lost this one by the narrowest of margins. Next turn. I'm guessing the last turn. Yep, there's our 60. Should be done. Oh. Do we have a chance to at least hold on for the draw? Thanks, guys. Maybe. I would love a draw at this point. That's all I could ask for. What am I to do with one turn left? Apparently nothing. Held firm. Okay, I'm not sure if he gets one more turn or not. If he does, then I think I still lose, because these guys could break. That would be that. Potentially these guys could break. So I'm hoping this is the last turn. Next turn. Basically, everything hinges on whether this unit collapses or not. If it does, we're lost. Ooh. Interesting. There we go. So the game engine doesn't recognize this as a draw, but in tournament terms, this is a draw, as neither of us got 25% over or pushed the enemy over 60%. Alright, anyways, well, here I was being afraid that Sennacherib wouldn't come down and fight. He sure showed me that he would come down and fight. Yeah, I don't know how this would have gone had it continued, to be honest. I would have had this unit and this unit, and lost this unit, and would have reformed and had to fight this. And I think probably lost. I think I made a few mistakes. For one thing, I moved forward for one turn before deciding to turn around. And so when we did make contact, I wasn't set up as nicely as I would have liked. I also weighted this right flank pretty heavily, which it did win, but it also meant that I was kind of thin here on the left. And I also think I was a little flippant about losing my skirmishers over here, and then the damage kind of started to spill over into my medium foot. Ultimately, though, I think I'm happy with the draw. This Vikings and Ireland list is really not as good as I thought it was. Looking at it on paper, the lack of lancers or light cavalry in particular makes it very tough, because Sennacherib was able to continually pin me down, drive off my skirmishers, and threaten my infantry with these Bedouin light horse in a way that I had no real counter to. So well done. He had more rallies, but I had a rally that saved me from outright defeat, so I think the rally luck more or less evened out. So yeah, there we have it. We survived 53 to 49. There's the casualties. Good game to Snackrib, and until next time.